Hey guys, want to show your support to the channel and get some awesome rewards at the same time? Then go check out my Patreon page where at whatever tier you choose that fits your budget, you'll get plenty of rewards such as updates and announcements on the regular, exclusive sneak peeks of my videos before they go up online, get yourself credited, and receive a special shout out at the end of my videos and more. Go to patreon.com/AckleyAttack44227TV to start pledging today. And don't forget to also check out and consider gifting me any items I have listed on my Amazon wishlist and even supporting me on my Streamlabs tipping page that'll also help support the channel directly. Links are in the description box below as well as on my link tree for you to check out. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Take care. Hey guys, like what we do on our channel and want to see more videos from us? Then not to worry about a thing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turning on the notification bell so that way you can see more of our videos coming up very soon. Thank you and enjoy today's video. Hey guys, this is AckleyAttack4427 here, and welcome back to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Hornby SR 20-ton brake van that I actually got off of eBay some time ago, and yeah, I do find it to be a really great model that I actually got by far. I think just like that, hands down, I did manage to get my hands on, of course, this one for sure. And yeah, I really do think it turned out quite good for sure. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think I do know a couple of parts were a little bit chipped off by the time I pretty much got it in my hands. But hey, that's pretty much what I would get. Pretty much since I did bought this used off of eBay, so yeah, but not to worry about a thing. I do think there is something of value of course, this one guy, even if a model has already been used for sure. So yeah, I know I'll put it to a good use one way or another, but I'm really glad that I finally got it in my hands for sure, and I really do think it's well worth it for me to get it. So yeah, now I'll actually have more than just 3 brake vans for me to rely on for sure. So yeah, but that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front for sure. So yeah, but either way, I really do love how well it actually turned out, and certainly makes a really nice addition to, of course, my layout for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. If you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait till you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back for sure. So yeah, pretty much just gonna be sitting in my chair right up until you come back for sure. So no rush or anything. So yeah. And yeah, I think given to what I'm actually seeing right here, yeah, I think it makes sense for me to get this, seeing how I do want to pretty much get my hands on, of course, all the Hornby models in not just the Thomas & Friends range that they used to do, but also some Hornby models in general, hands down, because yeah, I think there is something interesting about them that I think will go great alongside all my Bachmann trains for sure. So yeah, I think maybe I chose the right time to get back into purchasing some models and stuff for sure, and yeah, I think since after all I've done well over a month ago, hands down, I figure it would be a really great way to follow up on that for sure. So I guess there's that from what I could gather, but who knows what will come up if I talk about pretty much another model that I might purchase after this and the next couple of episodes, if you know what I mean. Alright, I guess if how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, following up to, of course, what I talked about the 20-ton brake fan in the previous episode, looks like I actually got my hands on another Hornby model that I actually got for sure. And surprisingly enough, this is actually quite an interesting one for me to get because, well, even I didn't expect for me to talk about this until now, but I think I might as well for the sake of it, so yeah, here it is. So yeah, what I actually got right here is, of course, pretty much a nice, pretty much a new model that I actually got also off of eBay, which is nicely using everything, but this time it's on the Hornby BR head operating crane wagon for sure. So yeah, I guess I am really quite surprised that I actually got this off of eBay for sure, but I really do like, of course, what they're actually going for with this one, so I knew I had to get this in my hands for sure. So yeah, I guess pretty much of anything, yeah, seeing how I did get this very recently, I figured it makes sense for me to finally pretty much talk about this one for sure. So yeah, I gotta give you guys a little something, of course, this show, and yeah, it's pretty much what I can deliver on that for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. How well does this operational crane wagon hold up in such a way? Well, let's take a good look at it. Alright guys, it looks like we got the Hornby BR head operational crane wagon right in front of us, hands down, and yeah, I think it makes sense for me to finally take a good close look at, of course, this model for sure, because yeah, let me tell you, I've got a lot to say about this one for sure. So yeah. And you might be wondering to yourself, how did I manage to find this, pretty much this item for sure, and how did I manage to pretty much get it in my hands? Well, surprisingly enough, if you may recall, in, of course, the last episode when I talked about the pretty much the 20-ton brake fan that Hornby also made, pretty much from what I can gather, I did manage to find this particular item used off of eBay from what I can gather for sure, that honestly, to me, I really do think would actually be a really good thing, to be honest, because when you really think about it for a second, given to, of course, multiple Hornby models that I want to get in general for sure, I've been looking into many different pieces of rolling stock on top of multiple engines that I would love to get for sure. One of them being, of course, their own takes, of course, the breakdown train for sure. So yeah, and of course, pretty much of anything, that is something I am looking into for sure, because yeah, there is a lot for me to find out there regarding pretty much those kind of models for sure, because yeah, there are multiple different versions from what I can gather that I really do think is actually quite nice for me to have for sure. But, of course, we'll definitely see what happens once that comes around for sure, because, well, I think that's something we'll probably look into maybe in the near future. So I guess in regards to the operational crane wagon that we actually got right here, I really do think this might actually be on the same category, hands down, from what I could gather. Sure, it is rather small from what I could gather for sure, but I think it does sell the main purpose from what I can gather, and I really do think they really do have a lot going for from what I can gather. So yeah, and of course, based on my first impressions alone, I think, given to what I'm actually seeing, I really do think they actually have a lot going for from what I've actually seen. So yeah. And, of course, another thing to bear in mind, that, like I said, I actually did get this used off of eBay, hands down, so I think there might be, maybe, I think, quite, pretty much, maybe, like, some small pieces that might have gotten chipped off for sure, because I think, pretty much the way it's been using stuff, But hey, I didn't mind it nonetheless. Like I said, I really do think you can find something of value of course, a model train, even if it's already been used. So yeah, I did say that, of course, when I talked about the Hornby Goring Express coaches. So I'm definitely making the same case for not just the 20-ton brake fan that I covered last time, but also this one as well. So yeah, and of course, pretty much of anything for the base of course, this whole pretty much model for sure, the Wagon on its own. Yeah, honestly, to me, I really do think they really have a lot going for with, of course, this one, and I actually don't mind it, to be honest, so yeah, I think pretty much of anything, yeah, I think it really wanted to try its best to, of course, pretty much give a little something that would actually provide a little something for it to ride on for sure. And honestly, I think for a while it does remind me of course, pretty much something I would see from Urgel, hands down, for sure. I actually don't mind it for the case of this one, hands down. But I think the real sell point, of course, pretty much this model from what I could gather would definitely have to be this pretty much the crane from what I could gather. And yeah, I think with what I'm seeing right here, I really do love the way it's actually shaped out and everything for sure. I think they really have a whole lot going for hands down for sure. That I really do think is actually quite admirable, hands down. And I guess the one thing that I should mention is that pretty much looking over, yeah, you can definitely see right here, yeah, it actually rotates very, very well from what I can gather for sure, Yeah, you can definitely see that there is, of course, pretty much one screwing everything that's attached and everything, so that way pretty much the main crane can actually stay on the wagon. And yeah, I think with what I'm actually seeing, I really do think Hornby did a spot-on job, and of course, what it's actually providing, hands down. They really didn't fix this to, of course, the Wagon. They knew they want to give it some, pretty much some free movement, hands down, and I really do give them credit for exactly that, for sure. And, of course, pretty much of anything, you might also notice pretty much two different, pretty much two different knobs for sure. One on the pretty much on this side up in the top, and of course one on the other side, pretty much close, pretty much halfway towards the bottom for sure. And I guess to demonstrate them from what I can gather, it looks like for this one, I think from what I've actually seen, yeah, that is actually made to actually help give the crane pretty much, yeah, the crane arm itself a bit of movement for sure. And yeah, I really do like what they actually did, of course, this one for sure. I think, yeah, I really do think they really did an impressive job from what I can gather, and I really do admire that in such a way. Now, as for this one, well, this one is actually quite interesting as well. That pretty much that from what I can gather, I think it's actually made to, of course, yeah, pretty much help. Oh yeah, I think pretty much help give a bit of movement to the arm. But I guess for this one, yeah, I think that one is actually made to actually pretty much bring down the chain for sure. So yeah, I guess I am actually wrong on this one. This one is actually made to, of course, help move the crane up and down for sure. Yeah, the crane arm, that is. Well, I guess pretty much for this one, yeah, it's actually made to, of course, lift the hook up and down for sure. So yeah, I guess I kind of messed up here and there, but But hey, I guess it is what it is. So yeah, I guess pretty much with what I've just demonstrated, hands down, I really do think they really have a whole lot going for hands down, and I really do love the way it actually functions from what I can gather for sure. I think it really does help out for sure, and of course helping to provide anything that needs to be picked up for sure. So yeah, I guess either way, I really do applaud Hornby for, of course, doing exactly that for sure. They really want to give a bit of realism with, of course, their models, and yeah, I think they did it pretty well with, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, I think it's what I can say, of course, that front. So I think with everything that I've actually mentioned, hands down, I think it will get you the idea, of course, everything that I need to say about this model for sure. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, how will it fare up running on, of course, my layout? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do, so let's get right to it. Alright guys, it looks like we finally made it back up to, of course, my layout once again for sure, because, yeah, can't get enough of course, being up here for sure, and yeah, it looks like we're about ready to, of course, pretty much give the Hornby Rand BR operational crane wagon a massive test run. Now, I've already demonstrated, of course, the way he actually moves and stuff, pretty much from the way it rotates and stuff, to even, I guess, operating pretty much the crane and the crane arm for sure, to really get you the idea, of course, what we're gonna be in for, pretty much with, of course, this model for sure, to which, yeah, I think that makes sense from what I can gather. But I think it is fair enough for me to actually run this, of course, my layout on its own for sure. So yeah, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And luckily enough, I do have my Bachman Origin James to help out, of course, this one for sure. So yeah, and of course, the one thing I need to bear in mind is to have pretty much seeing how I only have two footbridges also made by Hornby, pretty much on either side of course, my layout for sure. I need to lower the crane arm down so that way it'll actually fit through just fine. And trust me, I tested out that method before, and let me tell you, it actually works quite well for sure. So yeah, I think it makes sense, of course, that front. So yeah, like I said, I've already gone over the functionalities of course, this crane for sure. So I think it makes sense to pretty much have my Origin James pull it to see on how it'll go from there. And that's exactly what we're going to do, hands down. I did manage to get one of the tracks, one of the speed controllers on one of my tracks plugged in and ready to go. So I think we're going to do exactly that. So yeah, with that being said, let's go ahead and give pretty much let James run a few laps with, of course, the crane coupled on for sure. And yeah, we'll see on how it goes. So here we go. Alrighty then, well, looks like I think a few laps around my layout is good enough for, of course, this, pretty much this crane wagon for sure, and yeah, I think with what I've actually seen, yeah, I guess from what I can gather, give it to the pretty much the Wagon itself. The way it's based out and everything, it does kind of feel like pretty much James is pulling it, which was extremely heavy for sure, but hey, I think it did the job pretty well running on my layout, and I'm glad on how it actually turned out for sure. So yeah, I guess with what I've actually said, that pretty much would go over everything that I need to say about this one for sure. So yeah, overall, I am really impressed on the Hornby Red BR operational crane whacking from what I could gather, and yeah, I think to me, I think it really is quite nice from what I can gather for sure. Everything from what I've actually seen, from the way it actually functions to the way it runs on my layout for sure. I really do think it turned out quite good, in my opinion, for sure. Not necessarily great from what I could gather, but I really do like it for what it is for sure. And yeah, I'm really glad that I finally got this for sure. And I definitely think it turned out quite well, in my opinion. So yeah, I guess either way, if you actually got the time and can find anything like that, of course, on eBay for sure, I say this might actually be well worth the purchase, in my opinion, for sure. So yeah, and I guess pretty much of anything, will I actually plan on possibly getting the breakdown crane, pretty much any version of that Hornby has also made? Well, yeah, I would definitely like to one day, but we'll have to wait and see, of course, that one for sure. Maybe some point around in the near future, it might possibly happen, but we're going to have to wait and see on that. But for now, I'm really glad that I got this one for sure, and I really do think it's well worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. And I guess on that thought alone, I think I might as well end this episode here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode. And by all means, let me know down in the comments down below on what you guys think of this one for sure. I would love to know on what you guys thought of this one. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say, of course, that front. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode. And, well, looks like we're not done just yet for sure. So tune in next time because we're about to take a shift from, of course, Hornby back over to Bachman for sure. Because, yeah, let me tell you, we've actually got a couple of pieces of rolling stock in the Bachman Thomas & Friends range that I'm really excited to talk about for sure. And I can definitely tell James, with of course his pretty much his facial expression, he's really looking forward to seeing that for sure. But we're gonna have to wait and see, of course, that one. But yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Special thanks to all of my supporters on Patreon for making today's video possible, including my top tier supporters for this month, VD. So if you want to be like these guys and show your support to us, then go to patreon.com/AckleyTackTV to pledge now, do so, and get some awesome rewards within your budget. Hey guys, this is AckleyTack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up.
Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTACTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.